I've had a few moments like that myself with social where I just go, okay, I can't be on TikTok anymore. I don't even want to check my app. I'm sick of all these notifications and comments, and it's just like, now this is getting too much. How do you take breaks from social regularly as a creative? What's your strategy there?
I do. What I do honestly is my family doesn't like this, my friends don't like this, but I stay on D&D. So I don't get notifications, I don't get anything, and you do have to call me twice to get a hold of me. They don't like that, but I do that for my mental well-being. And YouTube comments got to the best of me one day, and I was like, I forgot I can turn off my notifications. So that's what I did to help me. In addition to that, I also make sure I have in real life things to do, like doing fitness or going to the chiropractor or acupuncture to get alignments, just to get out the house and not be on my social media or thinking about what do I need to film next. I leave it alone. I let myself be wherever I'm at.
So that, what do I need to film next? I feel like that's what my brain screams at me all the time. You know, whether it's a piece of content for a brand or just for my own social, I'm like, wow, what do I need to film? Even on the weekends, I'm like, I just can't switch that off, and it's just a skill that I need to work on. But I would love to give you a bit of an introduction to the listeners and creators in the audience. Can you explain to us a bit about your story, how you became the one-stop shop for well-being, growth, success when it comes to your content? Where does that all come from?
Yeah, for me, it started back in my early, I'll say, teenage years. And it started with the wonderful company that's still around, and I'm so happy that it is, Wattpad, and writing and reading stories and fan fictions. And from there, I realized that I needed to be able to talk to my community in a different way besides just writing them on the wall. I wanted to be able them to see me in video and hear me. So I created a YouTube channel back in 2011, just that. And looking back now, I'm like, this is where you started, Sharente. Okay. And I can also say, because I've had family in the entertainment industry, they talk about, if you don't know the contracts, you don't know the business, some people will try to pull that over your eyes. So to be the best creator, you want to make sure you have some type of stability. You want to make sure that you do understand the back end of things and not just be the talent, but be the talent and the brains. So that's what I did. I worked on my education. Even though I was super sick during that time, I still graduated high school on time. I moved out to Vegas, and that was a complete shift from Southern California. I worked as a sales associate. I moved into customer service with UPS, moving to MGM, and being in talent acquisition, to now working in systems at Dutch Bros Coffee, in addition to creating content, photography, writing stories, and all the in-betweens, because that's how I cope with existing in this world, is I create content.
Yeah. And what about content creation inspires you, or just is always drawing you? Do you love just being in front of the camera, speaking, sharing your thoughts, inspiring other people? What about turning on that camera, hitting the record button, and just go is fun for you?
Honestly, you're going to be like, really, Sharente? If I had actually a preference of not being on camera, I would not be on camera. I'm going to start there. I only am on camera because my friends were like, I need to put you in a bottle so I can keep you. And I'm like, how do I do that? I have to create videos for them so they can keep me in a little bottle and jar. So that's the only reason I do that. And I can also say is that for me, I'm having to still learn how to talk to the camera as my friend, because I can talk to my friend in person, but as soon as that camera and that light turn on, sometimes I go completely blank in my mind. And I'm like, what was I meant to say? This is why we have teleprompter apps, because I forget what to say sometimes. So I can say that it's still a journey. This is still a journey.
I would be a mess without a teleprompter these days. I heavily script, what am I saying next? Oh, I didn't think this far ahead. And I'll spend 10 minutes sometimes on a 30-second video because I'm just sitting there in blank. I'm like, what the hell? Why am I? So I completely understand the need for a teleprompter. The fact that have you ever been on a podcast where someone's asked you a question and you just go blank because you're like, I don't know. And it's so awkward. You have to recollect your thoughts, and you're saying all these words that are coming out of your mouth, but it's not really meaning anything because you're trying to collect your thoughts in the background as well. Have you ever had that?
I've had that, and I can say that when I'm having these candid conversations, I do my best to like fill the moment. And if you see me just take some deep breaths, you'll notice you're like, oh, she forgot what she was going to say. Because sometimes my brain works very fast and I will be in mid thought and then I think another thought and be on a complete tangent on accident in my mind. And I don't even know what thought I was like on when I was talking. It gets messy fast.
Yeah, I've had that a lot too. And there was this time, actually, you know what? Exactly what I just said just happened to me then, where I was like, oh, this thought, I'm going to ask this question. And then as I've gone to ask you the question's gone, and now I'm going to fill the space. Where